Hi, it's Nick from Key Collector Comics. I wanted to talk about the Dead Rabbits lawsuit. It was announced yesterday that Dead Rabbits has been canceled, and a lot of people are asking questions, so I thought that I would explain it in the way that I understand it, and hopefully it answers some questions. So the Dead Rabbit, it's a bar in Manhattan. It was opened in 2013, and the Dead Rabbit was named after this Irish gang that operated out of New York. I'm sure some of you guys have seen the movie Gangs of New York. It's the same thing. The owners of the bar, Jack McGarry and Sean Muldoon, they're from Ireland. They had come up with this concept. They came up with a drink list. In 2016, this bar was voted the #1 bar in the world. It's not like it's a tavern in New York. It's a very reputable bar, and these guys, I know these bar owners are like very serious about this craft, this mixology craft. In February 2014, they released the first menu comic book, cocktail menu comic book, and it was the story of this gang leader in the 1800s. Name is John Morrison. So it was a 6-issue cocktail book that they published throughout a couple of years, and then they just recently collected it all into this hardcover graphic novel called Mixology and Mayhem, the story of John Morrison, the world's best cocktail menu. Each illustration in the story it ties together with the drinks. So there's a drink called the Sucker Punch, and there's a drink called the $1 Billion Man, and it's all related to this story that's in this Dead Rabbit cocktail menu / comic book. In February of this year, on the 21st, Image announced that they were going to launch Dead Rabbit, the comic book. 2 days later, the Dead Rabbit bar filed a trademark that was specific to comic books. In September, this September, the government approved the trademark. So on October 3rd, the Dead Rabbit book from Image hit the shelves. Then on October 22nd, 3 weeks later, there's a cease and desist letter that lands on the desk of Todd McFarlane, the CEO of Image. And it says, "You used the mark Dead Rabbit without permission from the trademark owner. We demand that you immediately cease and desist the blatant copying of Dead Rabbit brand name. Provide me with certification within 5 days of your receipt of this letter that you have stopped all commercial use of the Dead Rabbit brand." And Image's lawyer sent the bar's lawyer a letter that said, "Hey, can we get a little extension here? We need some time on this." And so the bar's lawyer said, yeah, we'll give you an extension, but don't publish issue #2. Image goes, "You know what, F you. We're gonna go ahead and we're gonna publish this." They publish it. Real ballsy, right? And then, so Monday comes around, and this email goes out from Diamond, and it says, "Retailer advisory," in big red. You know, Diamond is speaking on behalf of Image, of course. The Dead Rabbit series by Jerry Dugan and John McCrae has been canceled, and Image Comics is issuing a mandatory recall of all existing copies of Dead Rabbit #1 and Dead Rabbit #2. Retailers are like, "Yeah, okay, pal. Gonna put this on eBay and see what happens." And right now they're selling for like $15 for #1, and #2, I think some of them are being sent back. So I think #2 is, or probably should be, going for a little bit more. And then we learned today that Dead Rabbit, the bar, their lawyer slaps Image with a $2 million lawsuit. And Todd McFarlane is no stranger to lawsuits. He was sued by Neil Gaiman, of course, over the intellectual property rights to Angela. And Todd also got sued by a hockey player named Tony Twist. Tony Twist is his nickname. I don't know what his whole name is. But Todd's a big hockey fan. He used the name Tony Twist for one of his mobster characters. And this dude just, like $22 million lawsuit. Image now has a $2 million lawsuit. But another thing is Forbidden Planet has a $2 million lawsuit. Forbidden Planet was selling this variant cover, and the bar was like, hey, no, we're going to sue you too, $2 million, because they also got a cease and desist letter. That's pretty much the long and short of it, and I'd like to hear what you guys have to say in the comments. Who's in the wrong here? What direction is this going to go? Thank you for watching. Thank you for supporting Key Collector Comics, the world's first resource that identifies which issues are keys. First appearances, origins, iconic cover.